Hello everyone, it's Gavin Ramsey, and since we've been in quarantine for the past little bit, I decided to listen to a new album, Calm, from 5 Seconds of Summer, released, I think, March 20th or something like that. It was released recently. I decided to give this album a listen and kind of share my thoughts because I haven't really done this before, and music is something I really enjoy and am passionate about. So I wanted to go ahead and share with you guys what my thoughts were on this album. 5 Seconds of Summer wasn't really a band I had followed until they released Calm, and my only exposure to them before had been the singles Youngblood and Want You Back. So before the singles for this album, I hadn't really known anything about 5 Seconds of Summer. But I did find myself really enjoying the first two singles for Calm, Easier and Teeth, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Before we get started, I do want to say that I am not a music professional in the slightest. I may enjoy music, but it's not like that I study music. So don't take what I say for fact, because really I only like to say good things. I like to stay positive, you know. There are a lot of good things on this album. So let's talk about them. 5 Seconds of Summer kicks it off really well with a great track. The track starts with some group vocals that sound almost heavenly. Not exactly like angel choirs coming from the heavens, but you know, they're group vocals and it's like, you know stuff's about to go down because it's already sounding pretty great at the start. Throughout the verses, we get some excellent guitar and even a little bit of kind of like mariachi style, like some maracas, I think. And then you get back into the chorus with the group vocals yet again, and some more guitar play that I really enjoy. And by the end of the track, as it closes out, we get a great little drum section from Ashton, and you know, it's pretty great. I gotta say, Red Desert is probably one of my favorite songs so far from 2020. This song's just great. Give it a listen. Next, we get into No Shame. Kind of starts with some wobble guitar or whatever. It's a very great pop song. The first verse can sound kind of hollow with really nothing but that guitar wobble, but then you get into the chorus and it just hits big and it hits great. The next track is Old Me, which is one of the slower ones. It's not exactly like a ballad or anything, but doesn't get as intense as some of the other tracks on this song. No, this is an album. Then we get into Easier, which I think only came out like a month or two after their last album. I think it's safe to say that this song has been played a fair amount. The standard version is really just another pop song, but co-written, or I think it was just written by Charlie Puth. I don't know why he didn't just keep it. Definitely feel like it fits Charlie better than Five Sauce, but whatever. I will say that the Live from the Vault version of Easier is 10 times better than the original. Then we get into Teeth. Ooh. Teeth is this great industrial rock track. I'm going to shut this window. Teeth is this really great industrial rock track. They keep the verses pretty shallow with, for the most part, nothing more than the simple bass of boom, 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 boom. And then in the second verse, they bring in more guitar and some drums. But they bring it out full force for the pre-chorus and chorus. The pre-chorus brings in some synth chords to kind of match with the guitar and bass, as it all builds up to this punchy and great chorus. I don't know how to say things. The track is honestly just really great, and if you haven't heard it, you should give it a listen. And again, Teeth, Live from the Vault, is even better So you should go listen to that one too. The next track, Wildflower, is this it's very pop, featuring big 80s synth-like stabs through the chorus. It also features one of the band members other than Luke singing lead vocals this time, and I kind of like it. I wish they would bring that out more, kind of have other group members bring out lead vocals, because he did a really good job. Then we have Best Years, which is one of the slower songs. Not as big as some of the other tracks that come later, but it's a pretty good track. It's pretty solid. Not in the same way. Yeah, it's a song. The track Lover of Mine starts with some piano, and then we get into some acoustic guitar before the chorus, and that's it for a while. It seems like it's going to be a pretty chill kind of song. And then all of a sudden, this drum fill comes in, and the bass starts roaring through the second verse, and like, I got whiplash from this song. It was like, oh, you think you're going this way? Psych, you're going this way! Like, I did not see that coming. Ooh, Thin White Lies. This one's also pretty good. Has, the standard guitar and bass stuff, but it does, in the chorus, it has occasional group shouting of Thin White Lies, and I don't know, I just really enjoyed that. I don't know what stands out to me in this track, but it just does, and I like it. I don't know, this is just another good track. Then we get into the track Lonely Heart, which starts with more acoustic guitar, and then as you get into the chorus, it brings in, everyone's here screaming Lonely Heart and stuff like that. And then it all ends off with Hi. Finally, they slow it down. They're like, okay, we're done giving you whiplash. We're gonna slow it down for the finale. Overall, this album certainly isn't bad, and I'm glad I listened to it. It's given me the opportunity to go back and listen to some of their older stuff, and this is probably their best album to date. It's their most mature work. It's got some of the best songwriting from them. They definitely blend a lot of different elements from different genres together very well. Towards the end of the album, some of the last few tracks kind of start out the same and they kind of blend together. I find myself thinking of one song when I mean to think of another, and so I guess it loses some of that in the end. While they do blend together, it's able to get stuck in your head, and that can be a good thing and that can be a bad thing. And for the most part on this album, it's a good thing. I give this album a 4 out of 5 seconds of summer.